Spend Down Medicaid. What is Spend Down Medicaid? Medicaid Spend Down is a program designed to assist individuals in New York who have income and resources that exceed the eligibility limits for regular Medicaid. It allows individuals to spend down their excess income on medical expenses, thereby reducing their countable income to meet the Medicaid eligibility requirements. In simple terms, it is a way for individuals to qualify for Medicaid by using their income to pay for necessary medical costs. New York eligibility requirements for the Medicaid Excess Income Program. The Medicaid eligibility requirements in New York are thorough and aimed at providing healthcare coverage to those who need it most. The main eligibility criteria include residency and citizenship. Applicants are required to be residents of New York State and must satisfy immigration status requirements, which include being a U.S. citizen, a U.S. national, or a legal alien. Age, disability. The criteria for eligibility for this program primarily revolve around certain health and age-based factors. These are visual impairment. The individual must have a vision impairment that significantly affects their ability to perform daily tasks. Age limit for children. The program is available for children under the age of 21, providing a wide range of youths access to the program's benefits. Disability. Any individual with a disability, regardless of age, is eligible. The program aims to provide assistance and resources to individuals living with disabilities. Senior citizens. Seniors aged 65 or older are also eligible. This allows the program to support the elderly population by offering them the help they might need at this stage of life. Income limitations. In New York, individuals can put money to pooled income trusts to manage income exceeding Medicaid's eligibility threshold. Monthly income, including earnings from employment, Social Security, gifts, annuities, SSI, and IRAs, should not exceed $1,732 for single individuals to qualify for Medicaid services. For married couples requiring care, this limit is higher. Additionally, a $50 monthly allowance for personal needs is exempt from the income calculation. Asset limitations. Medicaid divides assets into two categories, countable and exempt. Exempt assets do not impact your eligibility for benefits. If an asset isn't exempt, it must be sold, and the proceeds used for nursing home care before qualifying for Medicaid. In New York, there is a 5-year look-back period to review asset transfers. Penalties can be applied if assets were sold for less than their value, transferred to others, or given away. Essentially, all money, property, and items convertible to cash are considered countable unless they are specifically exempt. Exempt assets in 2024. Cash, non-exempt assets, up to $31,175. One home. Equity limit of $1,071,000. The home is exempt if there is an intent to return, or if it is occupied by a spouse, a minor child, or a disabled individual. If an exempt home is sold, the proceeds become countable, potentially disqualifying you from Medicaid until the money is spent down and your countable resources fall below the maximum allowable amount. One vehicle. No equity limit specified. Other personal items. Items that cannot be sold, household goods, furniture, clothing, jewelry, and other personal belongings are not considered countable assets. Rules for spouses. Medicaid rules include specific provisions for spouses to ensure that the community spouse, the spouse not receiving Medicaid, is not impoverished. The spouse who does not need care can retain half of the countable assets, with a limit of $154,140. If their assets are below $74,820, they can receive assets from the spouse needing care until they reach this minimum amount. These rules help maintain financial stability for the community spouse while the other spouse receives Medicaid benefits. Community spouse income protection. The spouse who does not require care can retain some of the income from the spouse who does, provided their personal income is below $3,853.50 per month. In New York, the maximum amount they can keep from the other's income is $3,853.50. New York follows an income-first rule, which means the state only considers requests for additional community spouse resources, CSRA, if their combined monthly income is insufficient to cover the needs of the spouse. Essentially, a spouse can request additional CSRA if there is still a shortfall after using the income of the spouse in the nursing home. Planning for Medicaid. Planning for Medicaid can be challenging due to the detailed application process and strict eligibility requirements. However, with careful planning and professional help, you can successfully manage these complexities. Strategies to meet eligibility requirements. Home improvements. For Medicaid eligibility, your primary residence is not considered an asset. Therefore, investing money in home improvements is a practical way to reduce non-exempt assets. Vehicle repairs or purchase. This can include routine maintenance or significant repairs, such as installing a new muffler, fixing the air conditioner, replacing worn tires, or repairing the transmission. It's important to remember that Medicaid exempts only one vehicle per person. Acquisition of uncovered medical devices. This includes purchasing items such as hearing aids, dentures, eyeglasses, wheelchairs, and walkers. Debt repayment. This approach lowers your financial liabilities and can decrease the stress of having debt. Types of debts that can be cleared include credit card debts, mortgages, car loans, medical bills, and personal loans. Hiring a family member for care. Establishing a family caregiver contract allows you to financially compensate a relative or friend for caregiving services. This contract specifies the type and frequency of care provided, as well as the compensation amount. Creating a life care agreement. Life care agreements, also called personal care agreements, are contracts designed for the long-term care of an elderly person. These agreements usually involve a caregiver, often a family member or a close friend, who receives a lump sum payment in return for committing to care for the elderly individual for the duration of their life. Buying an annuity. In the context of Medicaid, individuals or couples can use annuities to convert non-exempt assets into income, thereby reducing their countable assets and potentially qualifying for Medicaid. Canceling life insurance policies with a high cash value. Life insurance policies with a cash value exceeding $1,500 count as assets for Medicaid eligibility. To avoid this, consider canceling the policies or reducing their cash value to stay under the exemption threshold. Working with an experienced Nassau County Medicaid planning lawyer. A Nassau County Medicaid planning lawyer can be a vital resource in this process, providing guidance and knowledge to ensure that applicants maximize their benefits while minimizing potential financial pitfalls. At Schlessel Law PLLC, our skilled Medicaid planning lawyers help applicants successfully navigate the Medicaid system, ensuring their access to the essential healthcare services they need. The New York Medicaid Spend Down process, while challenging, is a crucial pathway to accessing necessary healthcare for many New Yorkers. Contact us today at 516-574-9630 to learn more about how our team can help.